Right, so in 16, we have a volume and a surface area. So volumes are just applications of formulas. As I mentioned a couple of questions ago, when you're just learning a formula, it's really helpful to think about it in words and write it out in words first. So volume of this shape is called a rectangular prism. Basically, it's a box. So the volume of a rectangular prism is the length times the width times the height. So if I want to find the volume of this thing, well, I have my length, which is 3. I have my width, which is 2, and my height, which is 6. So it's just going to be 3 times 2 times 6. That's going to be 36. And then my units were inches, so it's going to be cubic inches. So just like we saw with one of the previous questions, this would be 3 inches, 2 inches, and 6 inches. Inch times inch times inch. Anything times itself 3 times is just cubed. So our volume is going to be 36 cubic inches. So over here we have a pyramid. So we have a rectangular pyramid. So the volume of a rectangular pyramid. So for a rectangular pyramid, we have 1/3 the length times the width times the height. So I always remember this because it's 1/3 of the volume of this rectangular prism. All right, so in here, we have to do a little bit of actually fancy work here for being kind of technical. This is kind of a weird spot to put this question in. So we have the length, we have the height, which is 4. So what we really don't have is the width, right? I don't know that you're supposed to assume that BC is the same as AB. It's going to be, but yeah, I don't know that you're supposed to assume that. I mean, without that, you'd have to do like some Pythagorean theorem, and this has not been done as a Pythagorean theorem question yet. So let's just assume that this is a square base, because that's, I guess, what they want you to say, right? So this is also going to be 6, right? So the volume of this thing is going to be 1/3 of 6 times another 6 times their height, which is 4. So if we do that, I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit. 1/3 of 6 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. This is going to be 48 centimeters cubed. Again, I don't love this question because they really should tell you that AB and BC are the same. And yeah, they kind of didn't. And I don't think you're supposed to find the actual length of kind of BC here. Right, so surface area is a little bit different. There's formulas for surface areas. If you just feel like knowing that the surface area of a rectangular prism is equal to 2 times length times width plus width times height times length, but there are formulas for these things if you feel like memorizing them. But I think a more scalable way is to do what's called a net. Basically, if you break everything apart and find the area of each of the faces. So I'm going to take this prism. I'm going to add myself a page here. So I'm going to take this prism, and so we have something that looks like this, and maybe like this, and so we have this kind of shape right here. So if we kind of break this thing apart, it's going to look like this. Right, so what my lengths were 3, 2, and 6. So this is 3, this is 2, and this is 6. So first thing would be I could like break this thing apart. I would have this kind of like base shape that's over there on the back, right? So this right there is like this kind of back shape. So the bottom of it would be 3, and the side of it would be 6. Now I have this top box right there that would look like this on the top of it. It's a very bad picture. So it would look like, say, this. Then I would also have this kind of a box connected to it on the bottom, this little square part. So we'd get this. That's that little piece there. And then I can kind of unfold like these sides. I would have one side that would unfold like this. That's not way too big. Right, that would be this 6x2 size side. Let me make that a little bit better. I'd have another 6x2 side. And then I would have this inside piece that was right there. So this rectangle here and that rectangle there are the same. This rectangle here and this rectangle there are the same. And this rectangle here and this rectangle there, those are also the same. This is what we get if we unfolded this box. So then a couple of things that we know. Each of these side lengths are 6. And get rid of this 6 in the middle. We know that each of these are 3. And we know that each of these sides, right, this side there is 2, this side there, that side there is 2. And those pieces, or if we kind of folded this box up, would have to match. So those would also be 2. So if we found some areas, 6 times 2 is 18. So this is also going to be 18. 6 times, whoa. Did I really say 6 times 2 is 18? 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. So this is also 18. This is 6, and this is 6. So the surface area is going to be all of these areas added together. 12 plus 12 plus 18 plus 18 plus 6 plus 6. So if you add up each of those, we're going to get 72 as our surface area. 72. And then we'll the units on it. Feet are inches, inches squared because it's an area. So 72 inches squared. All right, so this shape right here, right? So if we kind of unfold this pyramid, we're going to get something that looks more or less like this. Right, so here's a side. We would get this. Another side. Yeah, just imagine that's like a perfect picture. You can use your imagination. We would get another side that would look like this on the top. And another, oh, that's terrible in terms of rotation. I should do it like this. That's embarrassing. So we get this, and then we'd get something like this. So that's what our shape would look like. So kind of like a throwing star or something, right? So here, right, the square at the bottom, 6 by 6. So this is going to be an area of 36. If I look at the shapes that are made, right, each of these would be triangles, right? This would be the height of the triangle. So this is 5. So if I want to find the area of one of my triangles, so an area of a triangle, half of base times height. So it's going to be half of 6, which is my base, times my height of 5. Half of 30 is 15. So this is 15. This is 15. This is 15. And this is 15. So the total surface area is going to be 15, 15, 15, 15, which is 60, plus another 36. So 96 square centimeters.